Hi to us.
No, we're live. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode zero podcast. I will be your host for tonight, Shingwamito, and let's get started with some introductions. Give us your name and where we can find you on the internet. We'll start with Jay.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming out to another week of the Episode Zero podcast. I am yours truly, One Hero, and you can find me on www.iamoneHero.com. And I'm the writer and creator of Infinite the Journey. Thank you.
All right. Anyone else can go.
Yo, my name is Antonio. You could probably find my artwork at DeviantArt. Just type in error, bonus slash full, bonus slash error. Like me, give me a llama, show me that love, and leave a comment on my art. Yeah, man. Yeah. Let's go. Moving on.
What's up, you dirty heathens? I'm Warren Thompson. I like art. I like to make it. And find me on Facebook at The Road to PDS. That's it.
Okay, thanks.
Name is John. You can't find me anywhere yet.
And as I said before, I am Shingwamito, and you can find me on YouTube, Instagram, and DeviantArt as Shingwamito. And now with that, we're going to get started with the topic. So today we're going to be talking about religion and religious topics inside of comics and the creative process. So I guess I want to open up with the question, do you guys even factor religion in to how you structure your plots or your characters per se?
How much can I say?
In my story, religion it simply doesn't play a part on my stories. The only way I add religion in if it's part of someone's background or someone's identity, like one specific character's identity. But overall, yeah, I stay away from religion. It's not that I have anything against it. It's just that I have my own stories to tell, and I want to tell it. And religion is not really a big part of my life, so I don't reflect that in my stories. I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't,
Highly influenced off of Street Fighter 3. There goes me in fighting games again. Where, similar with the final boss, Gil, who was brought up in the Illuminati to be their god, their savior. There is a part in my story where there is an artificial god just dumped on the world and just given the simple instructions, lead this world, be its savior. And not knowing how to do that, really, he just does random crap to try to find a way to solidify himself as the god of that world. As for actual literal religion or anything like that, I guess it's just people that look up to him or people brainwashed or whatever. But yeah, nothing really more relatable than that.
The farthest that I believe religion can be incorporated into Infinite the Journey, if you will, would be the fact that the world was created by spirits and that the people are acknowledging the spirits that created it. They call them their creators. They talk about their influences on the world and their influences that impacted the world to where it is right now. So it wasn't really made as in these are these divine beings because they created the world and they lived among their people. So that's a little bit more, I guess, different than the religion that we know, unless you want to bring, your boy Jay Christ into the mix. But other than that, really, it wasn't really the focal point on that. It was more like, well, this is how they were created. This is why they were created. This is what happened after they were created, and that's it. They're not even prevalent. They're not even present in the story at this point, and will probably not be, because the story is more focused on personal themes and personal messages of right and wrong, light and dark, and self-improvement and perseverance.
I see. John, do you want to go or you want me to go?
You can go.
Okay. Very similar to what people have said. Like, I don't actually, in any of my stories, I don't make religion like a really prevalent theme or something that's very easily noticeable. But what I have noticed is that religion sort of seeps into a lot of my main characters in a very roundabout sort of way. So in my own life, I've got a philosophy about religion that religion is really about seeking purpose out of your life, outside of yourself. And a lot of my characters reflect that same motive. Like they're all searching for a reason to exist, a reason to do something for the world, whether it be meaningful, whether it be positive or negative. And that search for purpose usually guides a lot of their journeys to the end. And I've noticed that that's how religion has affected my stories. However, you're not going to see again like those religious cults or anything pop up um, in most of my works, I think.
That's really interesting. I like that.
Thank you.
With my story, there's 6 different nations, and each one has a different deity that they worship, and each deity has a theme that corresponds to that nation. So, like, there's a goddess of resurrection, there's a god of war, stuff like that. But the thing that I really like that I'm doing with the religious aspect in my story is that the gods, through time, might have not necessarily been represented as accurately as they were in the past. So they might have a personality different than what the people who are worshiping them see them as now. So it's going to be delving into a lot, and they play a big role in the second act, which is why they each have a theme. It's all incorporated later. But that's it for that. Besides that, in terms of interpersonal relationships between characters and stuff, there are characters, major characters, who follow either the deity of their nation or the deity of another nation. So there's mixed cultural influences between them.
Interesting.
Yes.
Man. So I kind of want to switch gears a little bit on this topic because it seems like we all have something we could ascribe to. I don't want to say we all have something, but like there are certain works that are popular today that do incorporate religious elements, and I was just kind of curious. Do you see a lot of religious elements in indie comics in general, or do you tend to see them shy away from that? Because I'm not very big on the indie scene, so I don't know a lot that's going on there.
There are a few.
There are a few.
There are a few that actually do it. I mean, you have Ogawa Baruku's comic, which is Fallen. It's about guardian angels. I mean, uh, there are a lot of there's a lot more freedom as far as independent creators go because they can push the limit to talk about whatever they want. So if they want to be preachy, they can be preachy. You have The Wastelands by Petite Cream that talks about how the gods destroyed the world and then left it in ruins for the humans to fix themselves. Um, it's like, I guess you can say, created religion. Not many people really use their own religion. I mean, we do have people that hide religion behind their own characters, even though they may be some form of an antichrist or something like that. But there aren't that many, and that's I guess you can say that's a little bit alarming because it's like if you can point out one single thing like that religion isn't talked about most in indie, then that means a lot of independent people may be following a lot of the similar tropes and not really standing out.
Yeah, that's a good point. As a matter of fact, it's kind of strange that religion doesn't pop up. Well, maybe religion does pop up. People just try to subvert it and not call it religion. You know, like I feel like
by creating it their own way. That's like I did. I said I had nothing to offer as far as religion goes, but yet my humans were created by a higher power.
yeah, and even like maybe the ideas of rituals and like doing things in a traditional standard that also applies to a religious aspect. I mean, I go back to the tried and true example of the Catholic Church when I talk about this, but like the Catholic Church is a church that's rooted very firmly in traditionally doing things. There's a traditional method and methodology to living your life, and I feel like traditional aspects are always present in comics. It's just that they're never associated with religion. So that's just an interesting point. But it's funny how many things from religion actually do carry over. It's just not explicitly stated. I don't know. Anyone have thoughts?
Yeah, like definitely there's a lot of religious undertones in a lot of stuff I tend to watch anyways, like freaking Evangelion and all the freaking messages it has, or even something more indie like Z Forever by Mark Reed.
There we go.
But yeah, and it's like to be religious, really, you don't really have to literally put Jesus Christ or Buddha or whatever. It's just a matter of, I don't know, what is the precise definition of religion? Just central.
Oh, that's a good question. I mean, to me, religion is something that justifies your existence, like I said earlier. So, you believe in religion because you believe it gives you some greater purpose than just simply existing or being a like a facet of random coincidence or something like that, and that gives people hope. That they're meant for something, that the life has meaning, and I feel like, yeah, that's really the definition I got.
Yeah, because it really got me curious about that. Because it's like, in a sense, a whole lot of things. Like, well, yeah, like I said earlier, it doesn't really have to have those already established religions to be religious per se.
I I have a question for you guys. So on this topic of religion, okay, I have a story that's never gonna see the light of day. Pretty sure, but the whole thing about it is I took the stories that religion has, like Christ feeding everyone with his blood and his body, um, Moses spreading the water, and I made it like, what would happen if this actually was a real thing? Like if people actually ate other people because they thought it gave them their powers and whatnot. What happened if someone actually separated the sea, but the ocean itself flooded nearby cities and like killed massive people? Um, is that religion? Or
Well,
using religion?
that using, I guess, stories that are used by religions, but the whole basis of the religion is believing that those stories are true. So, um, I don't know if that's using religion. That's a pretty interesting point, though. I don't know, because normally my first gut reaction to that would be that's just like alternate. That could be considered a type of alternate history, but at the same time, you have to believe that history is true. So,
Well, well, at that point, like I'm not taking religion as religion per se. I'm just taking its stories and taking inspirations from religion stories. Because religion that I know of is just a pile of stories put together. Um, so yeah, I don't know if you use those stories. Is that consider me putting religion in my stories? So does anyone else has any input on that?
Hmm.
Like using those stories, is it taboo? Is it something ooh, you shouldn't do that because it's religion, it's
Well,
something
yeah,
holier
yeah.
than thou?
It is, because then people will actually get very, very defensive, or find it very offensive that you want to take your creative freedom and then express what you think religion should be, or what your viewpoint on religion in when what your point on religion is, even though Warren just said, okay, well, what is religion to you then? And then it's like, well, it's this, and it's like, that's your version.
mhm.
And I think that's really why a lot of people are like, do I really want to step into that Royal Rumble, or would I rather stay backstage and just wait for a better day? I think I'll wait for a better day, because the minute you open up with something like that and you completely just go full out without even masking it under what you would call your own original approach to it, people are already gonna find a way to approach it. Same thing if for instance, there's a friend of ours that we all share a mutual friend with. When I approached him about wanting to tell something with a story with a lesbian character, he said why, and was like, I don't think I could do that. I couldn't find comfortability in doing so. And it's like, well, this is, my sister is, so that's why I would want to do this. And it was like it was going to be between a battle of beliefs on, well, I don't want to represent that because of how I feel, versus, well, I do want to represent because that's how I feel.
Right.
So I think people just don't want to have to deal with the headbutting of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, people have been killed over this stuff, and it's just like obviously like
Well, way to
stuff
sum it up.
even happening today. Like in my opinion, religion is just the way to explain the unexplainable to keep people from going insane. Like, why were we created? Who created us? Like, what's the grand scheme of everything? Like, and yeah, it's a lot of stuff that like human curiosity can drive you insane. So yeah, that's why I'm sorry to keep bringing it up. I'm just like, what the fuck is religion, man? Like,
What even?
because
Oh my gosh.
to bring it back, like I know I said something about my story, but another thing about my story is how like even death, it's a really touchy subject because people are afraid of dying. People are afraid of it ending. But the thing is about like some religions, like in Hinduism, correct me if I'm wrong, freaking reincarnation, all that.
Yep. Yep.
Like I'm a believer that death isn't the end. Death is the beginning of something else. There's no such thing as an end. Like, could be the whole circle of life bullshit. You turn to the grass, then the rabbit eats the grass. But yeah, so basically in my story, it's like when someone dies, it isn't the end for them. Something will happen, and people are like tend to be like in stories like, no, if they die, they're gone. If you bring them back, that is stupid. You're cheating your story, whatever. But
Well, I lost.
well, from my belief,
Oh shit.
yeah, but from my beliefs, it's just like freaking. No, death isn't the end. There's always going to be another purpose. Like, is your body just gonna fucking vaporize away like a GTA 5 corpse? Like Jay, even with Infinite, with your story with the brother and sister, they're serving another purpose.
Yep.
And so, like, I don't know. Is death the only power religion? God, no. But
It is a motivating factor.
it's the one looming thing that'll happen to all of us.
Yeah.
and like,
Well, that's your deal.
yeah.
That's your deal.
Jeez.
So, religion, like, Full Metal Alchemist, about
Yes, I was going to say that.
Fallens versus frickin' just rising above to be just as powerful as God with Father, or frickin' even Dragon Ball Z. You die, you go to fucking. If you're good, you keep your body because you're a heroic. If you're bad, you lose your body and then you wallow in hell with Frieza. Like, I mean, there is a religion everywhere. But yeah.
Yo, are you done your thought, man?
You're talking right now, so yes, I am.
I'm gonna bring it back to something that way back, something that Jay said earlier about his friend felt uncomfortable working on something with lesbians. Okay, I'm gonna try to explain this the best I can. There's a lot of good things about religion. I am not dogging no one's religion. Religion is good. But me personally, I think all religions are only a form of control. Same way as the samurai code is a way to control your warriors. Um, the honor system on knights and whatnot, I think it's just a way to control the population for not killing each other and doing what you know one master person wants people to. Um, yeah, well, fuck. Yeah, that's what I want to say.
And that's a great thing to think because it's easily incorporatable into like any type of story you're making, right? I mean, your antagonistic force could be mind controlling people, just for example. It's interesting that you consider religion that way. I wouldn't disagree with you.
And there was another part that goes into comics, but I completely forgot. We could continue the War podcast. Okay.
Sure, why not?
But yeah, like.
Wait. We haven't heard about Prima, new guy, the new guy. All
Sir
right,
John.
let's go, new guy. Hit it, man.
Didn't already speak.
He's been put on the spot.
Huh?
Do you have anything to say, or are you good, man?
I'm good.
Okay.
So, you guys ever played Oscar's Wrath?
No, passing the baton. We gotta pass the baton. So, Do you guys have any like examples of like a good story you read or experienced recently that actually had some sort of religious element to it?
Hmm.
Because I know Warren mentioned Fullmetal Alchemist. That one did have quite a few religious themes intertwined within it. Um,
Shit. I can go on for a while.
Let me check my vast collection of 20 animes.
Code
right.
Geass? Shampoo?
really? Oh yeah, Champloo had
They
Shintoism, didn't
mentioned Christianity briefly.
Oh, they did.
And it's
Yes.
the way it crosses over into the Edo period.
hmm
In Japan. And, yeah.
Monstrous.
Yes.
And then you had Gurren Lagann with episode 5, Roshu's father.
Pretty much.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
And it's like, with you guys, I'm surprised no one mentioned Superman and Batman yet.
I did.
You did. I'm sorry. I'm a horrible friend. But yeah, stuff like that. Like, there's so much. Like, even if it's not blatantly shown, like in analysis videos, and it's just like all that. It's like there's some stuff in there.
Oh, Helsing Ultimate, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Though, where to talk about that, I don't know. Holy shit.
Do you think?
Saves
That's
everything.
why I left. That's why I left Saga off the table.
Do you guys think believing in yourself is a religion?
Oh, I'm gonna ruffle some feathers with that, but I think that's partially what atheism is.
That goes exactly into what Tony was talking about earlier. Because when you have people in corporate America using self-motivation as a way to inspire their employees to continuously work their lives away for them, it is a form of control. They don't believe in religion or God. They believe in the fact that they want more money, and if they can make you believe that you can do better for you, then that's what they'll expect from you. So it is a form of control. It's not a belief in religion. No, it's belief in yourself to break away from the projected images in front of you of what you're supposed to do and how you're supposed to do things according to certain rules of engagement.
Yeah.
Wow. That certainly is a different way of thinking of things. Never thought of that.
Well, that too, but what about for yourself personally?
Yeah, because the way I learned when I went to church, because my church was super off the beaten path, they taught you to believe in yourself because you are a form of God. You are made by God, thus you are God, like a little mini version of it. Then when I started getting away and stopped going, I was just like, believing in myself, believing that, like, I'm in my own world. I have the power to create and like push the bounds of what I can do. And it's just like believing in myself is that a form of religion or atheism? It's like, you don't believe in God? I believe in myself. Is that enough?
Biggest plot twist in the century.
Like, the concept of God was probably made by humanity. Or we could be all wrong and some fucking man white Caucasian man made out of light rained down in his flaxen robes and told me, "You will believe in me, and your descendants will believe in me.
You will believe in me, or so help me.
Also help me."
I find it interesting you say that he's Caucasian because it technically.
Well, that's what's said in the book.
That's what you see in the Family Guy, Joe.
My
Everywhere.
point exactly. So he couldn't have been purple. He couldn't have been blue. He couldn't have been green. No, he had to be Caucasian.
Really? I thought he was born in the Mediterranean. That's okay.
No, he's not. No, Moses has nothing to do with this.
How many black gods did you see get killed in God of War?
None.
Well, the black guy, the black one was killing all the gods.
What? Yeah, you're right.
Plot twist.
And then in Thor, the one black guy is put in charge of watching the gun line, so that nobody crosses the gun line to come into the white people's kingdom.
black guy is chosen to watch all the white people be stupid.
This is slowly turning into racism, but this is good.
Wait,
Keep going.
Okay, I planned for this.
Before Kratos had the ability to slay the gods, he had to first become white.
Well, no, the ashes were of the dead that he killed.
Of his mother and
He
his
still
mother.
turned white.
Of his wife and his daughter.
His wife and daughter. It was the ashes of his wife and daughter on his skin.
Yep.
Steal the most metal shit.
Yo, that freaking Awakening trailer, if you guys ever saw God of War, where his daughter runs up to him and he holds her in the sky.
Yeah, they were
breaks
promoting
down
Ascension.
that.
When they were promoting Ascension, oh, dude.
Yeah, Ascension, that A word. I was just like, yo, Kratos, bro.
Kratos, chill. Kratos,
You know
please.
Kratos all you want. But
Oh, another good anime, or well, anything really with religion is Fate Zero, for sure.
oh yeah.
Yep. Holy Grail.
I have one question. You guys are talking about animes, but can you give me a example why it's good in that anime
Why?
and how they use it? What's just popping up with names? I could pick up Google right now and pick up names, man. So tell me, why is Fate Zero so good with their religion? Whatever.
Because it takes a bunch of interesting characters that are basically gods now, just a bunch of different backgrounds, and puts their different ideals and stuff against each other. And that's
Can
one
you
of
give
the
me
most
more?
interesting.
Can you give me more explanation? Because that made no sense.
It only never makes sense to you, though.
Well, see, like,
it's
I can't say anything actually. I haven't seen all Fates
it's
yet.
funny because the way they put it, like they put these god tier ass heroes, like fucking the freaking golden dude. I'm sorry, I forgot, John.
Gilgamesh.
Gilgamesh.
My man Gilgamesh, and versus King Arthur, all these god tier type heroes. They put them in a way where they're reliant on mortals to reach the Holy Grail. And the reason why I'm kind of hesitant to talk about like bringing up his religion, like as a good example, is like, is it a good form of religion, a good example of use of religion if you bring them down to our level to reach something out of greed for a wish for something for their own desires, as if they were immortal and wanted something.
Well, Primo
Kind
thinks
of.
it is.
Kind of, because isn't like that the point of religion, to make it so that you can selfishly obtain what you would not be able to attain otherwise, like hope after.
Oh god, look at how big that dislike bar is.
Yo, okay, hold on. I need to clarify. I actually am an ascriber of Christian beliefs and stuff, so I am a person of faith. I can say these things. Very objectively, I am not afraid to delve in and see why exactly people believe the way they do. But I do have my own belief set for this, so it's okay. Those dislike bar can shrivel up now.
I'm just imagining it's the curling up.
It's going backwards. But yeah, guys, if you don't want to talk about this, it's fine. You can go to
No, we're going, Amit. We're chugging. This is a challenge.
There's no
We're
going back
expanding
now.
our horizons.
The will of our country demands.
Don't mess
No,
us
no,
up.
but okay, wait. I'm made to explain himself. Prima, why is Fate Zero a good explanation of religion told or religion in story? Can you clarify me why you think that's a good thing?
No, it's just the whole aspect of the gods. Just actually having god characters pitted against each other, because usually you don't see that.
Oh,
You know.
okay, but what's the difference when I said, taking stuff from the Bible characters and making them like my own interpretation or changing the story? Because that's pretty much what they did. They just took hero characters and just make them battle. But what did they bring the religion background with those characters? Did they actually stake the Bible somewhere in the story? Like how did they actually use religion versus only the characters and the visual aspect of it?
Well, that transfers into their ideologies and their backgrounds, because their backgrounds are explained throughout the story, and what they represent, or what they represented when they were alive back in the day, before they became these master servants. Yeah, servants.
Alright, you guys want to talk about another anime? I forgot all the lists you guys said. So.
Yeah, Code Geass, Shampoo. Another one that's not an anime, like I bring it up all the time. Hunchback of Notre Dame. Damn, I love it. It's probably the greatest example of freaking animated media I can think of, and just a fact of just a whole like lust and human desire versus religion, and being in it for the greater good. Like Frollo adopting Quasimodo because it's his obligation as a man of God. Freaking Esmeralda's character, and like Quasimodo falling in love with her. Freaking feeling like he's going against his duty. Same thing with Frollo. He wants to just freaking bone her, but he's a man of God, and he's having all that hellfire theme song, and he's arguing with the inner demons in himself. And even stuff like that is just like a whole battle of fighting what you believe in and making your own belief for yourself. Yeah, that's how religion was made, and freaking people breaking off and making their own religions.
That is a super deep interpretation of Hunchback of Notre Dame. I never ever thought that way. That is.
Is it? Don't I shit it out of my ass, Salman? We'll find out next time.
Let me go back and watch the movie real quick.
But yeah, I'm just like people bring up Transformers. Optimus is Jesus.
No. Optimus is Jesus.
You mean Spider-Man is Jesus?
He's a good leader, but he's not Jesus. He's like Peter.
I don't know. I've heard that comparison before.
That's interesting though. Like I never would have.
Street Fighter V is Judas.
Oh gosh.
He's the one who left it to ruin.
So many triggers.
Um,
Might as well call the title trigger warning.
Oh my gosh, that's a great idea. Can I ask a question?
yeah, go ahead. Hit it.
You don't have to answer if you can't, but if you were kind of compelled to put a religious group in your story, in any story, what do you think would be the best way to go about it?
Not doing it.
Thanks, Joy. Like I said, that's a perfectly good answer, actually. So that's good.
My answer to that will be following your heart. Do what you actually want to do, and not be pushed or have this fear. Because if you're gonna do it, you're gonna be damned if you do, damned if you don't. At least be true with yourself, whatever that is. That's what I'm.
Okay, no, I get what you're saying, but I don't know if that actually answers the question.
It doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No, I know what Tony was saying. He was being positive. It's like if you wanted to talk about religion in your story, go right ahead. But
No. I mean, because there's you could go and just copy paste your religion and your belief onto it. You could take a religious story and just adapt it to like whatever media you want, or you could just splatter it and like say everything that's wrong with religion, or you could be like everything bad or every bad experience you have with your religion. I'm just saying, like, pick whatever you want.
it's like a deconstruction of religion through story. But that implies that the entire story is like focusing on that religion. Well, what I'm I guess trying to get at is what if you had the ability and the opportunity to put some sort of religious cult or something inside of your story? How would you go about working with that? And it doesn't have to be a long answer, just 30 seconds or something.
I'm religious, man. I mean, you ain't gonna get 30 seconds out of me.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So ka ne. Inda ne. Okay.
Yes.
Me personally, I find that question dumb because there's so many different ways you could use it.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to ask, because I was like, oh, just give some examples. That's all. Oh my gosh, Tony! It's a dumb question. Of course
I
it's a
mean,
dumb
you could have your main character as Christ. You could have your main character as Judas. You could make his have a family that is really religious. You could have him just going to school, and the school is religious. You could have like a religious cult that your bad guy has to like fight against or makes. Like, all right, there you go. Next question.
All right, so
Thanks,
let me
Tony.
answer this.
Yeah.
Well, since I have a bunch of religious cults, 6 of them, it makes sense to address it in this situation. But the thing is, in my experience, with most religions in a story, so look at Attack on Titan, for example, the wall worshippers, they're always pictured crazy, negative, a nuisance to society. Everyone is just like, oh, fuck, those religious nuts. That's how it goes. Just look at a lot of stories. That's what they do. And the thing is, what I'm trying to do with my story is for me, I want to have kind of a balance. Yes, you have 6 nations to deal with. One of them can be completely corrupt. Yes, it can be the standard corrupt religious organization. Everybody's like, you fuckers, But you have 5 others who could be drastically different. There could be a downside to it, and upside to it. There could be positives and negatives. The way they affect specific individual characters, be it positive or negative. How those teachings affect children, stuff like that. It doesn't always have to be negative and corrupted and manipulative. It can be something that these people really, really do believe in a positive light and want to bring to the table, to their culture, to their children. But that's simply mostly a wish fulfillment. It's really, most of the time, it's impossible to do something like that. But when you have 6 different religions, I refuse to believe that all of them are going to be this corrupt piece of shit organization. That is a standard in most stories we see nowadays.
Yeah, every time.
So, that's coming from an atheist, so
Perspective.
go for it.
Yeah, I mean, just because they're a religious cult doesn't mean they have to be bad, really.
I have one question. What's the difference between a religion and a cult? Because right now we use them both together, and I don't think that's right. So am I wrong? Is there a separation? Is there not a separation?
A cult is a system of religious veneration and devotion directed towards a particular figure or object.
Okay, they're both the same. All right, go ahead.
No. Well, yeah. I guess idol worship and worshiping a god are the same thing, right?
Well, guys, we're gonna have to sleep with 2 pillows over our bodies tonight because we're gonna get fucking tired.
I'm telling you, we can abandon ship. We can always go to another topic.
Meanwhile, in the YouTube comment section, these motherfuckers!
If you are very sensitive about religion, hashtag Barrage Crew.
Hashtag get good.
Links in the description below.
Are they on it?
No, they will be. I'll make sure of that.
Oh, man.
Yo, this thumbnail is gonna be great.
But yeah, what if someone made a story about people just, those door-to-door religious freaking...
Jehovah's Witnesses?
Yeah, the Jehovah's Witnesses. Like, what about if this is a story about them going door-to-door, getting rejected, and they're just at the coffee shop defeated, like, man, can't get anyone to believe.
Yo, that's great.
Just constantly as them as the antagonists.
10-page comic idea right there.
Right.
And then they open one door, it's the protagonist with a shotgun. Blows him out of a fucking yard. We're not trying to make a statement. We're just taking out the trash.
Plug, and the world is a better place.
Remember, kids, if your parents can hear this podcast, make it so they don't hear this podcast.
Pretty much. Oh my gosh.
There's like this one Jehovah's Witness, and he's just like furious, like, and he's just typing. Dude, like,
This is the one shot we asked for, guys. But yeah, anything else?
I will say I like how they use religion and Gundam, Universal Sensory Timeline. Yeah, it basically really quick. When the humans ran out of space and got further away from Earth, they became like lost in distance, and they made religion, and their religion and their hierarchy, and basically that basically kept them all together, and they basically um, embraced the science and the whole aspect of like humanity is energy and we're all connected, and because they got this higher level of fucking like they're becoming something new. They have to fight against Earth because Earth is still bogged down with Earth's history, and I like that aspect of it. How they just got out of Earth and they actually got something that's more scientifically sound than believing
Oh,
in magic. There you go.
I have a little bone to pick with that. I don't think that there's a basis to compare science to religion. I think they do. Um, I don't think they come into conflict, but that might be a topic for another time.
No, I got time, man. It ain't like no one else has anything to
No,
go to.
okay. So science.
No, wait. Is there someone else has who want to say something else?
I have two examples, but
It's up to you, Warren. You can say them.
I mean, might as well, right?
Yeah.
Anything to keep our mission.
Hey,
I win. I'm
Well-
the captain.
well, there's not. I don't know if all of you guys played Bayonetta, but the religion that was pretty interesting. How like it's the Umbran witches and the fucking holy lumen sages, and like they're just two clans, and the one rule, the many, don't fuck a person from the opposite clan. And
Don't do it.
once that taboo was committed and Bayonetta was made, and then how she just freaking rises against the religion in that shit is pretty. It's just another thing of just rising up against religion. FF10, same thing. Like Waka's like, oh, those fucking out man, they fuck shit up, and then you realize, oh wait, the people leading our religion were dead the whole time, and we were all lied to.
Yeah.
Whoops! Who wants to play Blitzball?
It's the Flay Blitzball.
That's something interesting came to mind when you mentioned those two examples. I have a feeling that a lot of times in media, religion is also synonymous with the status quo, and overturning religion is the same as overturning the status quo. So it's kind of like revolution, or like the underdogs overcoming, the establishment and stuff like that.
Which makes me think, what if there was a story about someone starting their own religion?
Oh God.
Like starting the establishment. That's really,
Not even a literal
Yeah,
religion,
that's
just
true.
starting their own train of thought. That's probably no, obviously. But
it's kind of like making your own country, right?
yeah,
I don't see many stories about somebody starting their own country. Many. There probably are quite a few out there, but I don't
Big
There
boss.
if there are, comment below, kids, because we got nothing else. We're running on fumes here.
Message us at #BarrageCrew.
But we can.
I mean, I really think you guys should wake up.
Religion.
But I mean, what were you gonna say? That they're not science and
Okay, so let's see if I can say this correctly. So, to me, first of all, a little backdrop. I studied physics for 4 years. I am a physics major. I graduated with a degree in physics, and throughout the course of my study in the sciences, I came to the realization, through much discussion with my peers and my teachers, that religion doesn't conflict with science. It's just that people make it so because religion is such a personal thing. Like, at the end of the day, all science is observations made on the world that we can tangibly touch, see, sense, all those things, and that they don't have any bearing on what cannot be proven by human means. So if science cannot prove magic, then it's not within the realm of science, and science leaves it be. Of course, there's people that are going to make theories about it in the scientific community based on logic and reason, but proving something based on logic and reason is different than proving something scientifically. They're two totally different things, and that's why I feel like having something where you have a belief based on scientific thought is okay because it's not essentially interfering with a religious aspect or anything like that. And that specifically, like physics doesn't deal with like disproving God. Even if there is an evolutionary theory, that doesn't necessarily disprove God or anything. It's just an observation made based on how we can see things.
Wait a minute. Is science a fact? Scientific facts, are they fact or are they religion?
People take it to be a religion at times, the way they say they believe in science, but I think science is the most objective we can get as humans. And if you believe in relativity, it's really not even that objective to begin with because it's all based on how we perceive things, and our perceptions are skewed as human beings.
So you're saying that we all have many versions of religions solely towards ourselves based of our own individual perceptions
Yep.
of this plane of existence.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So kids, I think we learned a valuable lesson. We all have our own idea of what God looks like. Mine looks like a puppy.
Thank you, Mr. Thompson. I'm glad you're my teacher.
Mine looks like Satan. Okay, I'm done.
Shun the non-believer.
Mine looks like Superman.
Yo, I don't know about you. Mine looks like Yoshi, bro.
Yo, Ahmed, we gotta get you that Wii U, bruh. My Yoshi is God.
God tier.
Wow!
Surprised someone mentioned this. No one mentioned Kirby yet. Why?
Man, fuck Kirby.
Fucking Kirby.
He's the reason Lucina was dethroned in the first place. How do you swallow Bowser? On that day, Lucina was defeated. Well, anyways, kids. How much time we got left?
We got about 13 minutes, but we can end it now if you want.
No! Alright. Keep going.
We're going to make it to the 1 hour mark, ladies
We're
and
gonna
gentlemen.
do it. Alright?
Oh god.
But feel free to tune
I'm
out
sorry in
now.
advance, Jay. I'm sorry.
Oh, not that. I'm something else.
Oh. No, I heard him say, "Oh God," and I'm like, "All right, he's done."
Oh my god. It's funny because this is like, I think today the Naruto episode aired where Kagura shows up. Or
Kaguya. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Princess Kaguya.
Yeah.
AKA freaking
Shut up! Shit!
Plot hacks Bunny Girl from Dimension 1.
Oh, please.
I just
Came
looked
out from
around, what
Mother's-
the shit?
Mother's Heart.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, anybody ask a question, please.
I'm fresh out, bruh. This is all I came with.
You're out?
Yeah. I'm a terrible host. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, you are. You're complete garbage. Hashtag
Holy shit.
Antonio is the best.
Yeah, see, this is what happens whenever I'm host.
Leave a comment below if you want me to host again and have real conversation.
See, this is exactly what happens when I am host. Tony takes the chance to throw me under the bus every single time. Freaking lack of context. Broken English, Puerto Rican.
If Tony can actually bring up another reference for something good besides Gundam like he always does, then he can actually be the captain. When he leaves his life getting by Gundam, then I can't.
Yo, there's always air gears.
Shots fired. Oh, I'll get on that.
I'll
There's
ta- I'll
always
take-
fire.
I'll take that.
Don't
I'll
get
take
me
that.
started. I won't end, man. Why in Fire Emblem every religious character is unisex? Is the fucking trap? Why is that, Ahmed?
Because it's made from.
Because it's making a statement on how priests like little boys. I mean, obviously.
Wow, Ahmed, and you're a man of God, man. I was gonna say because
I don't
God-
ascribe to the Catholic train of
God
thought.
is a pure
Amen.
being. He is not male or female. He is the ultimate being, and they want to be as close to God as possible. That's why they don't believe in like sex.
You
Tony,
got Sephiroth. You got Sephiroth.
Tony, you're overthinking it, and those people can have babies in Fire Emblem games, so you're wrong.
Of course, they're
Support
fucking
him on
still
Patreon.
human.
This is a great example of religion battles, ladies and gentlemen. Watch it.
Yo, the last 13 minutes of this podcast is just going to be us arguing.
Nor versus Hoshido's kids. That's religion.
By the way, check out our Fire Emblem podcast if you want to know more about that. That was fun.
Please look forward to it.
It's on this channel.
Was it?
Oh, it was real fun.
No, it's not.
I was talking the whole entire time, and Tony was like muting himself the entire time. It was great.
Yeah, and people are saying how much pedophile is bad in Japan, but Japan is full of pedophilia. So that makes fucking perfect sense. What's up, man? Yo, Gundam Unicorn. I love Gundam Unicorn because
Told you.
they
That's it.
make
I'm gonna kill
religion.
myself. Goodbye.
I
Their
also like
religion is
Gundam
based on
Unicorn.
science. Everyone is energy, and because you cannot understand the other plane. Well, first of all, energy cannot be destroyed; it can only be transformed. So when we die, our energy transforms into something else that we cannot see because we live in a three-dimensional. Because the only way we could see is like two. We can't see the four-dimensional. We only can see its reflection in the
Yep.
three-dimensional form. And yeah, I'm gonna shut up because you guys don't want to actually have a scientific conversation. Okay, let's talk about Jesus. Go ahead. How they fucked up Batman v Superman because for parent fucking reasons Superman has to be Jesus. Go ahead, Jay. Jay, hit it up. Explain that shit. How will you fix
Explain the fact
Batman v
that
Superman?
people don't like religion, like we just clearly presented in this podcast, and people like you that don't really like religion or care for religion will completely destroy something that has religion based upon it when you really don't get it, can't wrap your mind around it, or are willing to not willing to accept it. So therefore, you come into an action-based movie expecting to have an action-based story, and then when you get something that's a little bit deeper, that's a little bit different with a different approach, aka original, it's condemned, and it's I want the same old stuff. I came in here for Frosted Flakes. I don't want Frosted Flakes with honey on top. So it's about you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. He took a risk, he failed. In the eyes of all of these same simple-minded Americans that want the Avengers of all movies to win an Oscar. To win an Oscar. You want it to beat out an Oscar.
In the end, does it even bloody matter? Like,
And it doesn't. And it doesn't.
it kind of reminds me.
Wait. I'm sorry. I just want to clarify. I am a man of religion. I do respect, and I see a lot of good things about
It
religion.
kind of reminds
I
me.
just want to fix that because Jay put me in the circle that I'm not part of.
Look at that damage control.
Oh my god, guys.
Go ahead, Warren. Go ahead.
It kind of reminds me of how in Star Wars, Episode 3 specifically, because that's where they really super bring it up. It's just the side of the Jedi. It's where you're supposed to not give in to your human desires, your human emotions, and whatever. And the Sith side, where you gotta be completely passionate and whatever at an empty promise to gain more power. I don't know if you're more powerful on the Sith side. I don't know the tier list, but and it's just like it reminds me of that in Batman versus Superman. When what you guys said about Zack Snyder and everything, and people, shallow-minded people, like, I want action, violence, entertainment. I want stuff outside of myself. I want shallow shit. And then when you get something made, well, I don't know how pure of a person Zack Snyder is, but it's like something.
I wanted to clear myself out because I didn't want to get put in the same circle that Tony tried to put me in because I'm a man that believes in good action movies and believes in solid action. So I do follow good action movies, so I wanted to make sure I cleared that up. Thanks. Tony.
Okay, guys, calm down. We're all people. Don't need to say the obvious.
What you guys should take away from this is that religion brings out the worst in all of us.
It really does, guys.
Oh, really fast. I can't believe we're talking about religion in media or in comic books. Star Wars. That's the most perfect freaking thing. Like the whole thing is about religion.
Yeah.
Yep, the Jedi versus the
And
Sith.
we brought it up in the last fucking 8 minutes while we're fucking.
It actually was my third example, but I got sandbagged by your guys' arguing and squabble. So, boy, we are gonna hate each other in the next 2 weeks.
Oh, I can't wait till the after hours.
But no, seriously though, yeah, it's a really good example, and it's just like coming out of that, did Darth Vader get it? He got everything you want, power, everything, except the reason why he went bad.
He got a breathing tube for sure.
Except the reason why he went bad in the first place.
Also, I really like it because it goes back what I said before. A religion is just a form of control.
Control, and you're breaking away from what is the true religion, which is loving yourself. It all goes full circle.
Control's not necessarily. Oh, I'm sorry, Warren. Go.
I'm sorry, if he just considered himself over his mother, over Padme, and just stuck with the Jedi way of just finding your own self, finding your true place in the world, of just enlightenment and everything, none of this would have happened. But giving into human emotion and like all this and empathy, yeah, but you start to go into what the status quo of everything calls reality, the power, the fame, the fear, and the riches, whatever, the infamy. And yeah, it's just funny. Like I said, when you're an infant, like they just shove it up in your brain. They put you in front of TV because they don't want to raise you, and just like, here, watch this, watch fucking whatever, watch cartoons and all this stuff, and it's just like, and then as soon as we're conceived in this world, there's a lot of different media is trying to take away the us from ourselves, and it's pretty sad.
Oh, the Matrix.
The Matrix? Yo, why didn't we talk about the Matrix?
Yo, dude, that's great. All these good things coming at the end.
Bro, really quick. People didn't like the last one because it went over everyone's head. Because people were like, "Oh, well, that fight ended shitty." No, it wasn't. It was a fucking metaphorical fucking. He became the Matrix.
My point is exactly why Batman vs Superman didn't succeed. Religion. You're welcome.
Once Neo became the Matrix, then that's when the sun started to show again. Because he sacrificed himself to make it great again. And he had a purpose beyond death, because death isn't the end. And the Matrix is still going on.
And look at how Warren's point came back around by the end of this conversation.
Boom!
Not the end.
It never is.
Drop the mic.
What is religion? It's made out of fear of death. That's what it is.
I think religion was made just to control the population, not killing each other, and just stay in line.
And that's fine. They like on my point. I also agree with that. They also use that fear of death to control you. Hey, you want to get some good merits on the other side, right? do this. So, but hit me with that back pill.
Yep.
I just wanted to interject real quick and Jay, did you have something to say? I'm sorry.
No.
Okay.
I swear to God, if you do not run with a touchdown pass, I swear to God.
No, I wanted to interject and mention something that Tony was talking about, like the idea of control. The way Tony is saying it, at least the way I'm hearing it, it sounds like it's almost a negative thing, but I also think control can be a positive thing. It's called discipline. And in that way, I think, yes, the control aspect works both for good and for bad. So you just got to take it with, like, there's always two sides to things.
Yeah, and I stated that earlier. There's a lot of good things that comes out of religion. Hell, it gives people a place to go when they lose themselves and they have no one. You can always go to religion. There's a community there with open arms. I said that earlier, right?
No, you weren't specific enough, so I had to give context to what you were saying.
Yeah, that's fair. Like the way that control that the society has over us, it does force us the discipline to, oh my God, Amit, what we were talking about earlier, about not just breaking your limits, freaking, what was the term you used?
Working with your limitations.
Working with your limitations to really make yourself stand out. And that's one big thing about society.
No, Warren, that really would mean you're focused on being you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, like, regardless whether you break the limits or whatever, like, being resourceful, using what you have to your advantage, any upsides about you or any downsides, and using your discipline and everything, anything at all, just to make yourself stand out of the norm. Just because you see, like, your limit doesn't mean it's over. You can still work around it. You can use that to your advantage. And so, fighting game principle.
Yes.
Like,
Oh, I thought you were going to go to that fighting game analogy.
No. Like, okay, I'll hit it with that. Someone can't use fireballs.
Oh, goodness.
Like fucking Makoto in Street Fighter. Anybody like Makoto? Hashtag Barrage. We'll play. But anyways, it's just like, what's Makoto gonna do? Like, you gotta think. Oh wait, Makoto can jump. Oh wait, she can fucking just eat it up and fucking. She has a hot she has high defense. She can just eat them up and run to the side of the street and scare people off.
And Street Fighter V is actually good.
Everything.
And this has
Everyone
been
has a
Barrage.
fireball.
Thank you for joining us. We're gonna close out. You can find me at Everfull.
Tony.
What?
You are not the host.
All right, guys. I'm sorry, Amin.
Take that sandbag off your chest, Warren, and finish.
I'm just saying, guys. Like, know what you can do, and don't let what people say, whether you say you suck at this, don't do this. Don't let that bring you down because you're giving them power. They're weighing you down because they're jealous of your potential, of your perseverance, and they want to hold you down. But I'm gonna do some little padding before the end slate here. If you guys were offended by this podcast or whatever, or you want to bring your own opinion, you can comment below, or you can go one step beyond and like us on Barrage Crew, Barrage on Facebook, follow our group. All the links are below. We would love to hear from you. Also, our fellow friend here, Jay, also has his podcast and his blog series called Flight. All those links will be provided, and we'd love to hear your opinions and fellow creators. Like, if you want to join Hangouts with us, join Barrage Crew and tell us to our face that we're wrong and shine your crucifixes in our faces. We'll eat it. We'll eat it. All right, I'm going to hit it.
All right, thank you for joining us tonight. We're going to sign off with so have everyone tell us like who you are again, where we can find you, obviously, and any final thoughts you might have. We'll start with Tony because he was so eager.
Yo, my name is Antonio De La Cruz. You can find me at Error, Bonus Full, Bonus Error, at DemonArt or Tumblr, or no, you can't find me on Facebook. But yeah, give me a like and whatnot. And I would like to take this time as we finish my conversation. I was talking about Gundam Unicorn or Gundam Universal Sensory. Seeing that I got teabagged out of the conversation now. Who's next?
Oh, you're done?
Yeah, because this isn't about science. It's about real magic religion. Okay.
Well, everybody, my name is Warren Thompson. You guys can crucify me at Instagram on XO_MB_EE. You can also follow me, as stated earlier, The Road to PDS, my Facebook page, and New Canon at DeviantArt.
All right.
Okay.
My name is John. You still can't find me. Probably never will. I'm going to crucify myself.
with Sudoku, right?
Yep, absolutely. Sudoku's the only
Wait,
one.
when you crucify, are you gonna whip yourself? Do the whole Seminole? Or just crucify?
Fuck nah, I'm just going to crucify myself and get over with quick.
All the warriors. Jay?
Yo, you're not a good Christian though.
He's not Christian, but Jay?
Religion, crucifixion.
Why did we mention a comic get killed and how people get crucified in like episode 2?
Religion, crucifixion.
Why we didn't talk about Kill la Kill? How Mako got crucified?
No,
and everyone's gonna eat her body.
And Ragyo got
Yo,
crucified.
we needed this 40 minutes ago. We don't need it now.
Why didn't we talk about Clanad and how Tomia's daughter got crucified?
Don't you dare say Clanad.
Jay, please.
I was just waiting to try to. I'm trying to get out of the midst of all these sandbags.
My
My name is Shingo Amito, and you can find me everywhere on the internet. Thank you.
links will be at the bottom below.
Alright,
My name is Antonio De La Cruz. I really, really love Gundam.
And as they always say, Godspeed.
Yo, has anyone watched Gundam Thunderbolt yet?
All right, fucking cancel this shit right now. I want this off air right now.
No, Jay. Sign off, please.
We're still alive!
This is yours truly, One Hero. Please follow me on www.IamOneHero.com. Writer and creator of Infinite the Journey. You can read it there as well. And please go and watch Thunderbolt by Gundam for Tony's sake. Please. Amen.
No, it's seriously really good.
And last but not least, I was your host for tonight, Shingo Amito. You can find me on YouTube, Instagram, and DeviantArt as Shingo Amito. I'll probably never host again after this. Oh my gosh.
I'll probably never be on again.
Tony's officially the captain from now on. He can do everything.
No, leave a comment below if you want me to captain the ship, man.
Leave a comment below if you don't want me to come back. Trust me, I'll cheer from the comments. That's it, guys. Thank you for watching. Peace.